Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's look is what I consider to be a fall classic. It's a dramatic, beautiful, dark smoky eye matched with a dark lip. So in my last video, I showed you how to do a fall inspired look that had intensity without it being super dark. But today we go on a total opposite route, okay? We're doing dark, we're doing dramatic, we're doing sexiness, okay? We finna serve the children lunch, alright? So, on the lip, I'm wearing Inresi's new liquid lipstick, and this is the color Montenegro. And I absolutely knew I was gonna love it before I even bought it, so I bought two. So I know that one thing that really intimidates people is a smoky eye. They think they're either gonna look like a raccoon or like they have a black eye. And the reason for that is that you really have to blend with smoky eye. So when I think about smoke, I think about the fact that it's mostly concentrated in one area and it's really heavy and thick. But then as it starts to float away, it diffuses and it becomes more subtle. So I think you should keep that in mind when you're doing a smoky eye, that you want to concentrate the heaviness of the color on the lid. But as you start to blend away from the lid and towards the brows and face, it should become more subtle, it should become softer, and it should really diffuse. And that's what's going to give you the perfect smoky eye. So let's get started.
So I've moisturized and primed my face, and now I'm color correcting using my LA Girl Pro Concealer Corrector in the color orange. And then I'm taking my Cover FX blemish stick and I'm just going over that orange and toning it down before I put on my foundation. So the foundations that I'm using are the Maybelline's Fit Me, and I used a mixture of the matte and poreless and the color Coconut 355 and the dewy and smooth and the color Mocha 360. And I was actually really surprised by how much I like these. I should have though used less of the Mocha color and a little bit more of the coconut. It was just a little too warm for my complexion right now because I'm very pale. But these will be included in the Drugstore Beauty on a Budget video that I do. So I went ahead and put my concealer down and I blended that highlight, and honestly I should have used my MAC Studio Sculpt instead because that shade is just a little too warm for my complexion right now, but whatever. And I'm using my fingers to lay a lot of this down. It really helps to warm that makeup up, especially since the temperature is dropping and your makeup tends to be a little bit colder before you put it on your face. And now I'm taking my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Fawn. Adding that layer of liquid concealer to me just adds another layer of radiance and pop to your highlight. And I'm breezing through this quickly because I do have a more in-depth video that really goes into detail about what I do with my face, so you can check that out. And now I am setting that makeup with my Ket Cosmetics translucent powder, and then I am going to set my highlight with my banana powder from Ben Nye. And I think I'm just a little too spoiled from the Sacha Buttercup powder. Ben Nye is just too chalky for me. I'm really not feeling it right now. For the brows, I'm using my Anastasia Dip Brow in the color Ebony, and I'm just filling them in and getting them really sharp and nice. What's going to happen is they're going to end up getting toned down anyway as I do my makeup, and I'll probably have to go back in and resharpen some areas. Then I'm going to take my MAC Studio Finish Concealer and carve out that shape, and then I'm going to go over that with my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. And my shade is NW40 in both the Pro Longwear Concealer and the Studio Sculpt. And I'm just taking a little bit of foundation on the top of my brows to perfect them. So now I'm priming my eye and setting it with the translucent powder. And I did the first eye off camera, so it's kind of cool to see the difference between like nighttime makeup and daytime makeup. First, I'm applying Unseen by Melt Cosmetics, and then on top of that, I'm placing Brown Script and Swiss Chocolate by MAC. From there, I'm adding Enigma from Melt Cosmetics, and this is where you'll see me start to build depth and dimension in this look. And I'll be switching between this and Embark by MAC Cosmetics, which is this chocolate brown. And by switching in between these two colors and layering, that's how you add intensity, but it'll still serve as a subtle transition between that dark black color and then the rest of the eye under the brow. That'll give it that really nice smoked out look. So now I'm placing Inglot's black gel liner all over my lid, and that's going to serve as the perfect intense base for my black eyeshadow. And I'm smudging out the crease to make sure that there's no product buildup. And now I'm taking Melt Cosmetics Dark Matter eyeshadow all over my lid, and it is such an intense pigmented black shadow. And I'm just smudging out that crease. I'm not adding any more product to the brush. I'm just smudging out what's there, and I'm beginning to blend it with the colors that I'd already placed above my crease. And so there's a lot of blending that goes into this look. It may seem like I'm only blending for a few seconds, but I did a lot more blending off camera. With a pencil brush, I'm applying brown script all along my bottom lid, and then I'm applying Enigma on top of that. Then I'm tight lining my waterline with that black gel liner, and then I'm going to smudge all of that out. And then I'm setting that gel liner with dark matter on a pencil brush and connecting that to my top lid. I'm highlighting my inner corner using Vex, which is also by MAC, and now I'm creating a sharp, intense, dramatic wing using my Sephora liquid liner. To be honest, you won't even really be able to see that liner on my lid because the shadow is so dark. But you will be able to see that wing, so you really want to focus on making that super sharp and perfect. Yes. And don't forget to stop and check yourself out. I do makeup all over my house because I need to see in every mirror, like, what's this looking like for real, for real? I need to see what's going on here. And I'm packing on that mascara super heavy on my bottom lashes. I want those extremely dark. And as if I wasn't close enough, let me really get up on your back bumper and get even closer. And for this look, I want my underbrow highlight to be matte. I don't want it to be shimmery. And then I'm just touching up my brows. And now for these lashes. It's come to my attention that some of y'all are under the impression that I'm just whipping these joints up here. Well, the original footage of me putting these on was 3 minutes just for this one eye. 3 full minutes of me just driving a struggle bus straight off of a cliff. I hate it. So I'm just dusting off that excess powder, and as you can see, it just looks so chalky to me. And I didn't notice that until I started using the Sacha Buttercup powder. So what I may end up doing is mixing my Laura Mercier powder and my Sacha Buttercup powder just so that it's a little lighter and it matches my winter complexion, but I'll still have that silky finish because I just can't get with it. I'm sorry. Good night, goodbye. I don't like that. And now I'm just taking a little bit of foundation and I'm muting out my lip color. And then I'm lining my lips using Night Moth Lip Liner by MAC. And I'm putting that down just to define my lips before I put on the liquid lipstick. And now I'm applying the Montenegro liquid lipstick by Amrezy from her collaboration with Lipland. And it is so smooth and velvety, and it smells like vanilla. I love it. But because it is so smooth, the only downside is it tends to run a little bit. So I reline my lips and then I set it with a translucent powder to really make it matte. And then I'm just putting on my blush, which is Raisin by MAC. And then in the fall, I like my highlights to be a little bit more silver metallic-y, not so gold. So I'm using the I Am Glam by Giella just to highlight the high points of my face. And then I'm just going to lightly dust my face to sort of distribute that highlight around just a little bit. And we are done.
So we're all done, and I'm really loving this. It's really sexy. It's really mysterious. I look like I open text messages and just leave them there with my red receipts on. Boop. But anyway, so as you can see, it's definitely smoky. It's dramatic. It's, you know, intense, but it's still really pretty, and it doesn't look like, you know, Halloween makeup or costume makeup. So it's all about the flick of the wrist. You gotta blend, you know, and once you get into it, the more you practice, it'll really start to become second nature for you. So this is definitely one of my all-time favorite looks to wear. You know, the teeth look white, the highlight is bright, and we finna serve these girls right. Okay, so if you have any questions, you know the drill. Leave them in the comments. Any suggestions, anything you want to see, you want to know, just ask. And until next time, slay on, slayers. Bought up the dick, bought up the dick, bought up the dick.